Hi all. Today's program is to read a natural number and check whether the number is prime or not. Prime numbers are integers that have only two factors, 1 and themselves. Some examples are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, etc. So how to check this? So these are the things to remember while we program. There are no factors for a number which is greater than the number by 2 and less than the number. That is, for example, if I take a number 20, the factors can be 1 and 20, and the other factors of 20 can be between 2 and 10. That is the number by 2. The other factors of 20 can be between 2 and 10. Right. There are no factors between 11 and 90. So there are no factors for this number 20 from 11 to 90. That means we need to divide and check only the numbers from 2 to 10. Anyhow, we know the number itself and 1 will be a factor for this number. And we need to check only for the numbers between 2 and the number by 2. There are no factors between a number which is greater than number by 2 and less than the number. Okay. So we need to divide the number by the numbers from 2 to number by 2, 1 by 1, and check for any cases with remainder equal to 0. So if we find any number with remainder equal to 0, when we divide, if we find any number with remainder equal to 0, then in that case the entered number will not be a prime number. Okay, if that remainder goes 0, the number is not a prime number. So 1 is also not a prime number. So we have to check that case separately, because we will be reading the natural numbers as input. So the natural number starts from 1. We will start with the flowchart of the program. The flowchart starts here with a start in an oval shape, and we are initializing a flag to 0. We will use this flag in such a way that when flag is equal to 0, that represents it is a prime number, and when flag is equal to 1, it is not a prime number. So we shall see how it is used in the following session. And we are reading the number at this stage. We are reading the number, a natural number, for checking, and we are initializing a count value equal to 2. We are initializing the count to 2 because we need to check the number from 2 to n by 2. 2 to the number, the entered number, by 2. We need to divide and check numbers from 2 to n by 2. For example, we will take a number 11. We will take a prime number itself, a number equal to 11 as the number we read, and we are initializing the count to 2. Okay, so actually we will be dividing and checking the numbers from 2 to 11 by 2. 2 to 11 by 2. Actually 11 by 2 is 5.5, but we need to take the value only up to 5, because we will be declaring as integer these numbers as integer in the program. So actually it is taking the values from 2 to 5, dividing and checking the numbers from 2 to 5. So here it is checking whether the count is less than or equal to half of the number, whether the count is less than or equal to half of the number. So in first case it is checking 2 less than or equal to 5. The number by 2 is 5, so it is checking 2 less than or equal to 5. This is satisfied, this condition is okay, and going to check the next condition. Is the remainder after dividing the number by count equal to 0? Okay, so we are doing this 11 by 2. So 11 by 2, the result is actually 5, but if we take the modulus after division, it is actually 11 percentage 2. Right, we use the modulus operator for getting the remainder after division. So if we take 11 percentage 2, the result is actually 1, because the remainder after division is 1. So it will go to this direction. It is representing a no and incrementing the count. So count was initially 2, now count is equal to 3. Now count is equal to 3. So it is coming back here and checking whether 3 less than or equal to 5. So 3 is also less than or equal to 5, and so it is performing 11 percentage 3. That is 11 by 3 is done, and actually the remainder after 11 by 3 is 2. The remainder after this division is equal to 2. So that is also not equal to 0. So it is going back in this direction and incrementing the count from 3 to 4. Now the checking is actually 4 less than or equal to 5. That case is also satisfied. So 11 percentage 4 is done. 11 percentage 4 is done. So 11 by 2 is done. We will get the result equal to 8, and the remainder of the division is 3. If we divide, we will get 11 by 4 equal to 11 by 4. The result is actually 2, and the remainder is 3. Okay, and as the result is 3, we are going to this direction, again incrementing the count to 5. Incrementing the count to 5. So in this case also the condition is satisfied as 5 is less than or equal to 5. Now also it is satisfied 5 less than or equal to 5. So it is performing 11 percentage 5. So the result of this operation is 11 by 5 is actually 2, but the remainder after division is 1. Here also the remainder is not equal to 0. Okay, so as we know, 11 is not a prime number, so there are no factors from 2 to 5. Okay, so in this case also it is going back here and incrementing the count to 6. Now it is actually exiting the loop, right? So 6 less than or equal to 5, it is checking 6 less than or equal to 5, and that is not satisfied, so it is going to this direction. Okay, actually if there was one factor for this number, this condition will be satisfied, right? If there was a factor for that number between 2 and that number divided by 2, then this condition will be actually satisfied, and it will be going to this portion and setting the flag. But in our case, that flag is not set as the number is not a prime number. Okay, so the flag value is the initial value of the flag itself, that is equal to 0. So in our case, it is not set. If it was not a prime number, so there will be some factors in between 2 and that number divided by 2, and will be setting the flag. So in our case, it is not set, so it is skipping this line. This is not actually executed anyway, and it is going to the next condition checking. Okay, so in our checkings, we have not divided it with a number equal to 1. So we have to check for that number 1 separately. If the entered number is equal to 1. Okay, 1 is not checked yet. So if the entered number is 1, we can directly say it is not a prime number. So if it is not a prime number, we are actually setting the flag, right? So in our case, it is not 1, the number entered is actually 11. So it is going to this way. Okay, and in next step, I am checking, is the flag equal to 0? Is the flag equal to 0? So the flag is equal to 0 itself, because the number is not having any factors between 2 and that number by 2. So here the flag is not set. The entered number is not equal to 1. So here also the flag is not set. So flag is equal to the initial value itself. The value of flag is equal to 0. As the value of flag is equal to 0, it is printing the number is prime. Okay, and we are going to the end of the program with a stop. Okay, so if the number that was entered is a prime number, if is not a prime number, there will be some factors in between 2 and the number by 2. So in that case, this condition will be satisfied. This condition will be satisfied in that case, and what happens is the flag will be set. If the number was not a prime number, this condition will be satisfied in between and it will set the flag. Okay, so in that case, if the flag is set during this condition check, it will go to this way and it will print the number is not prime. Okay, so we shall see this operation in the program. I am declaring 3 variables, n for the number, I for the count, and flag for the flag, as we said. So we are initializing that flag equal to 0 initially. Okay, and printing, giving a prompt to enter a positive integer and scanning that positive integer. So we have the number in n, and in a for loop we can actually implement these operation with the help of a for loop. These checkings are actually performed with the help of a for loop. So inside the for loop, I am initializing I to 2, initializing the value of I to 2, this operation, and then checking for the condition I less than or equal to n by 2, this condition. whether the count is less than or equal to n by 2. Okay, so if that condition is satisfied, it is going to the condition for checking whether it is prime or not. So for that, we are actually performing n percentage I, the number percentage the count. Modulus after division is find out, and we are comparing it with 0 if it is equal to 0. So if in any cases it is equal to 0, we need to exit out of the loop after setting a flag. Okay, so if in any case it is equal to 1, it will set the flag and we use the break statement to go out from the loop. So if in any case that value, that remainder after division is equal to 0, it will exit out of the loop after breaking. And if it is not equal to 0, it will go back to the same for loop, and as you know, it is incrementing the count. It will increment the count, again check the condition, and again come back to this if condition, and this process will be continued. So in this for loop, it will check from the values from 2 to n by 2, and if in any case that division of number by the count is equal to 0, it will set the flag and exit out of the loop. If there was no cases in which the result is equal to 0, it is not actually setting the flag, but it will exit out of the loop. After doing all the iterations, it will exit out of the loop. Okay, and then it is checking if n is equal to 1, that is for the number 1, that is this portion of the flowchart. If the number is equal to 1. Okay, if the number is equal to 1, we have to directly set the flag equal to 1 because 1 is not a prime number. And after that, it is checking the flag equal to 0. If the flag is equal to 0, it is a prime number, and if it is not equal to 0, the flag value is equal to 1, right? So it will print it is not a prime number. So I hope you understood the program. Thank you so much.